According to the EPA, emissions of 6 common pollutants decreased by 73% between 1970 and 2017. Air pollution in the United States during the late 60s and early 70s was getting out of hand due to the vast increase of factories, automobiles, and electricity being produced. The purpose of this speech is to acknowledge the efforts taken to improve air quality. The industrial age in the United States was nothing like anything the world had ever experienced before. Prior to the 20th century, the ideology of manufacturing items in mass production was unheard of. Although factories existed long before the 20th century, they were greatly revolutionized by the invention of mass production. By the 1960s, there were hundreds of thousands of factories in the United States. Since factories commonly burned fossil fuels to operate machinery, a toxic mixture of CO2, a toxic mixture of carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide was emitted into the air. This had a negative impact on urban communities due to the air being deemed toxic on a normal basis. In 2017, the Environmental Defense Fund estimated that vehicles cause 1/3 of all air pollution that produces smog in the United States. And transportation causes 27% of all greenhouse gas emissions. Vehicles manufactured after 2010 burn fuel 98% cleaner than those manufactured before 1970. The vehicles of today burn fuel much cleaner due to lead being removed from the fuel, as well as many synthetic blends of fuel being produced. Another large contribution to air pollution is burning coal. Coal is burned to produce electricity. According to Forbes, the United States consumed roughly 3.82 billion kilowatt hours of electricity in 2017. There were many laws passed in an attempt to clear the air, such as the Clean Air Act of 1970. The Clean Air Act of 1970 was implemented in an attempt to control air pollution on a national level. It proved to be one of the most successful laws regarding air pollution in the United States. Further amendments were made in 1990 to address problems with acid rain, and ozone depletion. There was also to be an increase in enforcement authority. These amendments established new gasoline reformulation requirements to obtain cleaner burning fuels. The LED light bulb was invented by Nick Holonyak Jr. while he was working at General Electric. LED light bulbs use far less energy than standard incandescent bulbs. Along with cleaner burning fuels and LED light bulbs, a new technology was being developed. Hybrid cars were being developed by Toyota and Honda in Japan. In 1997, Toyota released the Prius, which was driven simultaneously by a gas motor and an electric motor. However, it never required to be charged due to a generator that charged the battery while it was driving. Honda released a similar vehicle in 1999 called the Honda Insight. Both of these vehicles got around 42 miles to the gallon. Nevertheless, in the early 2000s, the United States saw increased miles being driven and air pollution levels on a slight decline. This was rendered as an improvement from the 1970s and 1980s. Unfortunately, a lot of manufacturing has left the United States, and nearly 60,000 factories have closed since 2001. Although this has a positive effect on the air pollution issue, it has a negative effect on the economy. Air in the United States is cleaner than it once was a few decades earlier. This is the result of many innovations and laws passed in order to address and improve air quality in the United States.